Thank you so much for making time for Citizen at 1. My name is Willis Rabura. Top story this hour. President Uhuru Kenyatta has reassured the East African Legislative Assembly that the push for an East African currency is on course and that this will be signed by the end of this month. The president, who was addressing the assembly at Parliament buildings, asked members of the community to use the monetary union to grow their economies and that of the region. The president also conceded that the East African community is experiencing challenges that would require wise legislation. Meanwhile, Kimbisa Adam Omar, a Tanzanian member who was giving a vote of thanks, assured the president of support on the ICC situation.
Time, we have mastered such unstoppable momentum that we are now assured of realizing it not too far in the future. The people of East Africa are interacting at such a rising rate and exchanging information, goods and services in such growing volumes that our borders have become mere formalities. The growing benefits of interactions across our various borders have catalyzed East Africans' desire for integration. This popular desire makes integration inevitable in due course. However, the pace of integration has not been even. A particular obstacle has been non-tariff barriers, which continue to plague the competitiveness of our region by raising the cost of doing business. These barriers have hindered the exploitation of market opportunities otherwise available to East African businesses. Most certainly, non-tariff barriers significantly erode the mutual competitive advantage expected from integration. Kenya, Madam Speaker, is cognizant of this setback and is fully committed to the elimination of non-tariff barriers. I'm indeed happy and very excited that at the end of this month, the East African Community Monetary Union Protocol will be signed. In many ways, the monetary union is the logical culmination of integration efforts.
For sure, and we all know that this organization called ICC targets Africa and Africans. But, Mr. President, I can assure you, we were with you, we are with you, and we shall continue to be with you.
Now, an appeal case filed by former President Daniel Moi against Stephen Mureithi has been adjourned indefinitely until a new bench is formed to hear the case. This is after Court of Appeal Judge Erastus Githinji disqualified himself from hearing the case. Moi is appealing in the High Court's ruling, ordering him to pay Mureithi 130 million shillings as damages for loss of property he suffered when he was detained close to 30 years ago. Mureithi, a former special branch official, had sued Moi to pursue compensation for property they jointly owned, but which he claims that Moi took without his consent when he was locked in detention in 1982. And expectations are high on the possible outcome of an amendment in the rules and procedures of international criminal cases, with only 3 days remaining before the high-profile meeting in The Hague comes to a close. The final decision on the proposal to allow an accused person to attend trial via video link is expected any time. Proponents want an accused person who is not on an arrest warrant to be allowed to be present in court through the use of video technology during part or parts of his or her trial. but the trial chamber shall rule on the request on a case-by-case basis with due regard to the subject matter of the specific hearings in question. The other issue at hand is the quest to pass a rule that can allow the accused to be excused from being continuously present in court and be represented by his or her lawyers, but there should be exceptional circumstances to justify such an absence. But any absence must be limited to what is strictly necessary and must not become the rule. Sources told Citizen Television that members are now bending backwards to ensure Kenya comes out of the Assembly of State Parties with some achievement. However, the states opposing it, together with the human rights groups and non-governmental organizations, say the amendments offend the Rome Statute as it takes away the discretion of the judges. Kenya was initially opposed to the video link proposal and accused Britain of pushing the agenda for ulterior motives. Kenya wanted immunity for sitting presidents instead, but that seems to have hit a snag. Let's look at the ongoing by-elections watch. Now, campaigns for the forthcoming by-election scheduled for next month intensified, with candidates wooing potential voters in Bungoma, where residents are expected to elect their senator on 19th of December. Cord's Moses Wetangula was in Mount Elgon, where he told residents that infrastructural development will remain top on his agenda if re-elected. Senator, whereas New Ford Kenya's Musikari Kombo, who is in the Amani coalition, says he will deal with food security challenges in the county. The other two candidates are David Makali, an independent candidate, and Wakoli Bifoli, who is vying on the Labour Party of Kenya ticket.
Ford Kenya's Moses Wetangula, who is in the Cord umbrella, was in Mount Elgon to keep up his campaigns to recapture the Bungoma senatorial seat he lost in a court petition. Wetangula has exuded confidence of winning the position come the 19th December and pledged to fix the poor infrastructure.
Wakati mlinichagua nilipoingia ofisi, kazi yangu ya kwanza ilikuwa kwenda kwa waziri wa barabara na kumpa hii barabara, kumwambia tuimalize haraka iwezekanavyo. Na tarehe 20 mkishamaliza kura hiyo ndio nitaamukia kuhakikisha hiyo barabara inamalizika. Kutoka hapa kwenda Chwele itakuwa ni dakika 10 tu.
Wetangula has also told off his bitter rival Musikari Kombo and blamed him for underdevelopment in the area.
Sasa yeye anakuja hapa ananyenyekea, anamdanganya ati yeye ndiye yuko na nyinyi, ati yeye ndiye ana maslahi yenu, ati alijenga soko kabisa kwanyi. Hiyo soko ni pesa ya serikali, haikutoka kwa mfuko ya Kombo.
Musikari Kombo, on the other hand, a former cabinet minister who is vying on New Ford Kenya ticket, which is under the Amani coalition, was in Tongaren, where he promised residents to deal with food insecurity affecting the area once elected as senator.
We shall be seeking an opportunity as your senator, working together with the governor to ensure that ile inputs kwa wakulima, the prices are fair, na hiyo ndio tutasaidia ili tuwe wakulima bora na tupande mahindi ya kutosha.
David Makali, who is vying the seat as an independent candidate, traversed the county, taking his campaigns to Misihu and to Ebuye East and West constituencies. He has christened himself the savior of Bungoma County.
Nikajitoa nikasema nitakuja hapa kuokoa kaunti yetu kutokana na siasa duni ambayo inamaliza watu wetu.
The other candidate, former Bumula Member of Parliament Wakoli Bifoli, vying on the Labour Party of Kenya ticket, has also been conducting door-to-door campaigns, accusing his two rivals, Wetangula and Kombo, of endless political bickering at the expense of development in Bungoma.
It appears like their political rivalry is not coming to an end, and it is generating into some skirmishes.
The four are expected to battle it out in a by-election scheduled to take place on 19th December. Patrick Injendi, Citizen at 1.
Right, a reminder that you can also stream this live on www.citizentv.co.ke/live. Now let's move on to the education matters rather. And Cabinet Secretary for Education Professor Jacob Kaimenyi has ruled out any delays in the release of this year's Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations due to the current standoff over marking of the exams. The Cabinet Secretary further stressed that the school laptop project promised by the Jubilee government was on course and assured that the laptops for the Standard 1 pupils would be procured by the end of next year's first term.
Following the Kuppet row over the marking of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor Jacob Kaimenyi, has ruled out any delays. He was speaking at the Nyeri County-based Karatina University during its first graduation ceremony. The minister said there are enough teachers to mark the examination as required and that the examination would be marked on time. Saying that money is never enough, Professor Kaimenyi accused Kuppet of seeking to sabotage examinations.
We have made adequate preparations. Yes, indeed, Kuppet is claiming that they are going to discourage or plead with their members not to mark. We have enough people to mark the exam, so don't be worried about that one.
Speaking at the same function, Nyeri Governor Nderitu Gachagua said his government was proud to have established linkages with the university and the Dedan Kimathi University of Technology, with whom they have agreed to jointly find solutions to problems facing farmers in the largely agricultural county.
In terms of value addition and what needs to be done, there can be no better institution to partner with the county government and the farmers in terms of moving that agenda forward. And therefore, this is sincere in saying that a relationship between us as county and this institution is a symbiotic one. It is a win-win for both.
Nderitu added that he expected the two university scholars to find solutions to problems that hurt productivity and in the value-adding process. Mathira MP Peter Weru said plans are at an advanced stage to have the road that passes outside the university tarmacked. Cesarin Wangare, Citizen at 1.
Now, in a bid to reduce the crime rate in Likoni constituency, the residents have now embraced the Nyumba Kumi initiative, saying it will also help to bring harmony and resolve domestic disputes. Abdallah Mwadzeka, the managing director of Likoni Community Development Program, or LICODEP, whose organization took over 30 locals from the area to attend a special training on Nyumba Kumi in Tanzania, says that the initiative has played a major role in preventing crimes. Let's take a look.
The program focuses on information sharing, especially on security threats. Since the formation of Nyumba Kumi, the program has recruited over 1,000 security ambassadors, each manning over 10 houses in the area.
Mradi huu lengo lake ni kuleta ushirikiano baina ya polisi na jamii, kwa sababu kama unavyojua kwamba polisi ni wachache, hawezi kuwa kila mahali.
According to Cecilia Mumbo, one of the security ambassadors in Likoni, Nyumba Kumi initiative has helped the locals to flush out foreigners and suspected criminals who are allegedly organizing crimes in the South Coast.
Katika kuandika hizi nyumba sasa, vile tuliweza kuziandika juzi, na kila nyumba 10 zikawa ziko na balozi, imekuwa sasa na changamoto sana, kwa sababu sasa tuliweza kuelewa kila nyumba inakaa nani. Na tuliweza kutambua hata tuna watu wengi wanaishi katika maeneo letu, wamepangisha manyumba, wengine si wa nchi hii.
At the same time, Nyumba Kumi security ambassadors in Likoni have urged politicians to back the program across the country, saying those criticizing it are out to undermine security among Kenyans. Brenda Ching, Citizen at 1.
Right, time now for a short break, but we'll return with more local news and sports. Stay with Citizen at 1.